running out of time, Anub'arak. How far are we from the exit?
Not far. We have entered the upper kingdom. The exit should lead us to the base of the glacier itself. However, there are still hidden traps and pitfalls to account for.
Take cover!
Marcus!
The entire passage collapsed. There's no time to dig through this. I'll have to move quickly and find my own way out. Hopefully Anub'arak and the others survived.
Frostmourne hungers for the Lich King. At last.
I'll be singed if I get too close to those flames.
At last.
I'll make sure you suffer.
This is more like it. Finally.
I'll need this gold for when I reach the glacier.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
More of the Nerubians' blasted mechanisms. I'll have to find this.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it.
Faithless killer. Finally. More gold. This might help us later.
Finally. At last. This is more like it. At last.
Another quake?
At last. Finally. At last.
I'll make sure you suffer.
This is more like it. Finally. For the Lich King. This is more like it. At last. Finally. This is more like it. At last. No end. Finally. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
Now, Frostmourne. I'll make sure you suffer.
Finally. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last.
You will end this torment.
Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it.
Now, Frostmourne.
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. This is more like it.
I must find a way across this strange obstacle.
This is more like it. At last. This is more like it. At last. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. At last.
No one orders me around.
This is more like it.
Faithless coward. Your pain shall be legendary. Tread lightly. What is it now?
Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
No one orders me around.
At last. This is more like it. Finally. At last. Frostmourne hungers. At last. Finally. At last.
Now, Frostmourne. Anub'arak, you made it.
I see now why the Lich King chose you as his champion of night. Few men could have survived this labyrinth alone.
Speak, fool. Your pain shall be legendary. Faithless coward.
Another earthquake. We must hurry, Death Knight. I have heard the summons. I'll see to
What is it now?
Kinky.
No one orders me
Time
around.
is fleeting. I'll consume the living and the dead. Indubitably. I'll consume the living and the dead. Kinky.
What is it now?
My might cannot be matched.
Tread lightly. Finally.
I have heard the summons.
Speak, fool.
My might cannot be matched.
What is it now? This is more like it. Ah, at
I have
last.
heard the summons.
No one orders me around.
I serve only
Speak,
the frozen throne.
Tread lightly.
My might
No one
cannot
orders
be
me
matched.
around. Finally. Frostmourne hungers. This is more like it. Frostmourne hungers. Finally. Ah, at last. Finally. Tread lightly. This is more like it. For the Lich King.
Faithless coward. You will know endless torment.
For the Lich King. At last. Frostmourne hungers.
Something's breaking through. Defensive positions!
What is it now? Speak, fool. Now. What is it now? Speak, fool.
Oh, sorry.
I wait.
What is it now?
Make your choice. Be drained of life.
Speak, fool. No one orders me around. Tread lightly. Ah, at last. This is more like it.
You will know endless torment.
Speak, fool. What is it now?
I serve only the frozen throne. I'll consume the living and the dead. For this my might cannot be matched. Choose. Be drained of life. You will see.
What is it? No one orders me. Tread lightly. Oh,
choice. I will
speak, fool.
the
Tread lightly.
You will know endless torment.
Speak, fool. Ah, at last.
We're running out of time. We must find the exit.
Faithless coward.
No one orders
I
me
serve
around.
only the frozen throne.
For the Lich King. Frostmourne hungers. Finally.
You will know endless torment.
They're blocking the way to the exit. We'll have to fight our way through them to reach it. I serve only the frozen throne. I'll consume the living and the dead.
What is it now? No one orders me around. Finally. Speak, fool. This is more like it. No one orders me around.
Time is fleeting.
Tread lightly.
I serve only
Speak,
the
fool.
throne.
Finally.
My might cannot be matched.
No one orders me around.
I serve
Speak,
only the
fool.
frozen throne.
What is it now? Frostmourne hungers. Speak, fool. Tread lightly. No one orders me around. No one is
Time is fleeting. I'll see to it.
Speak, fool.
I serve only the frozen throne.
No one orders me.
I will consume the living and the dead.
What is it now? You will know everything. Oh, were you saying?
Time is fleeting.
No one orders me around. For the Lich King. What is it now? At last,
I have heard the
Frostborn
summons.
hungers. No one orders me around. At last. Finally. Frostborn hungers. Finally. Frostborn hungers.
Now quickly, head through that door. The exit to the surface lies just beyond.
It'll be good to see the sun again.
Remember, Illidan and the true battle still await us in the world above. Hopefully our trek through the Dark Earth bought us the precious time we needed.
We've made it, Anub'arak. Our forces are already assembled and waiting.
Greetings, King Arthas. You've arrived just in time. Illidan's Naga and Blood Elf forces have taken up positions at the base of the glacier and...
Arthas, my champion. You have come at last.
Master?
There is a fracture in my prison, the frozen throne, and my energies are seeping from it. That is why your powers have diminished.
But how?
The green-grayed Frostborn was once locked inside the throne as well. I thrust it from the ice, so that it would find its way to you, and then lead you to me. And so it has. Now, we face a grave danger. My creator, the demon lord Kil'jaeden, sent his agents here to destroy me. If they should reach the frozen throne before you, all will be lost. The Scourge will be undone. Now hurry. I will grant you all the power I can spare.
I saw another vision of the Lich King. He has restored my powers. I know now what I must do. It's time to end the game. Once and for all.